rock and roll trucker.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Trucker, the channel that likes to rock and roll, the channel that likes to play. We love to eat, we love to truck, we love to see the world around us and just have a big old time. Come on in and have a seat, and let's have a good chat. We'll tell you where we're going, we'll tell you where we've been. Yes, that is me playing the music.
Good morning. I'm up. I'm at it. Dash is up. Dash is at it. We've both been up and at it for a while. Not a long while, but for a little while. We were up before the sun. We hopped up and just got everything taken care of real quick and took off. I needed to stop and get a little bit of fuel. I had enough to get where I was going, but depending on where we go to from there, I wanted to make sure I had enough to get out too. New York and Pennsylvania are absolutely offensive on fuel. Even over here in the top eastern part of Ohio, the chains are offensive compared to where it's getting. Like most of the rest of the, at least the middle part of the country is down around south and stuff. We're starting to get down into the, 340, 330, 320 mark. I even saw it as low as 309 the other day. And up here, your chains are looking at 389, 399. And then across the street, you'll have the smaller change at 339, 349 up here. But you cross the state line into Pennsylvania and New York, and it jumps up to 459, 469. Now, I'm going to make sure I got some of this less expensive fuel over here. We took off. I didn't put any ride-along footage in the windshield because, quite frankly, my windshield was despicable this morning. And I still haven't been able to get anywhere and pick up a new little washer pump motor for the wiper washers. So I had to stop and really scrub the windshield good while I was fueling. And now I can take y'all along for a ride. I really got to get that fixed. I need to bad. Yeah, we're here. We're up. We're at it. We're driving. We're going to take you with us for the rest of the way. You missed out on, how far did we go this morning? Let's see. You missed out on just short of 100 miles this morning. Not that bad. We'll take you with us, though. I'll put you in the window while we're pulling out of here. And you can go with us the rest of the way. Well, parts of the rest of the way. I'm not going to record the whole trip. Don't be silly. But I'll see you guys in Utica, New York. I did not forget about you all. I've already been to my delivery, but I had to turn back around and bail out just as quick as I could. So I've got a 3-hour deadhead to get down to my next load, and it's gonna run my hours pretty much to the end. This getting to the shipper today, the receiver today, pretty much ate up the not all of it, but by the time I get to this receiver, pretty much, or the shipper, pretty much all my hours are gonna be chewed up, minus a little bit. I don't know how long they're gonna take to load. I'm getting loaded up there and taken off to frickin' Salt Lake City. Not real excited about it, but it is what we have available to us. It was the best money option, run me over the weekend and stuff. Not real excited for what's going to be on the other end of that, if anything at all, out that way. And the schedule is going to be really tight. I'm going to be starting on this late enough in the week where I'm not sure I've got enough hours to get out there, and I'm going to have to figure out how to wedge a 34-hour restart in and still make it out there. So as usual, another week goes by and I'm running just absolutely just down to the wire tight, and it's just it's tiring. Not even just physically tiring, it's mentally tiring too, trying to put it all together and make it work. Truck driving is taxing on the mind and body on some days. You got to appreciate the easy days when they come, because they don't come real often. It's a lot more days like this than anything, worrying about what you're going to do, if you're going to get to do anything, how you're going to do it. Oh, it's exhausting. It's exhausting, people. If you're one of us, you know what I mean. If you're married to one of us or got somebody in your family that does it, I'm sure you've seen the looks on their faces, you know, from when they get home and they're just taxed to the bitter end. Yeah. We'll do it though. Me and Dash, we'll get it done. He's a good boy. He's keeping me company. He's a little restless in here, but very well behaved. He's doing good. Gave him a little bit of my ham off my ham sandwich earlier, so that keeps him on my good side. Yeah, we're gonna drive. We got to go down to somewhere around Scranton, Pennsylvania. There was a toll-free way I could have went, but I don't think it was going to be very friendly time-wise, so I just opted to go back up here and spend some of my extremely hard-earned money back on the toll roads again to get over to I-81 to start diving south to get down there. So bleeding money all the time. You got to spend it to make it, especially in this business, it seems like. And it seems like you got to spend just as much as you make a lot of the times. But when you got no other job skills, you just keep doing what you know, right? No other time to go learn anything else. Although some days I'd really like to go get a full restart, but we're not going to. Not yet. Can't. Got to keep on doing what we're doing. I can do anything. I can work. I can get it done. I'll make it through it all. I'll come out the other side when all this stuff straightens out and gets better. I got confidence in myself. We'll get it done. But for now, I'm going to drive. I'm going to get where I'm going. Try and make it. Trying to avoid these NY state police up here. Get there as quick as we can get there. I'll see you on the other end of this leg. Y'all have a good whatever part of the day it is where you're at. Well, I'm here. Been here for a while. I got to where I was going. Gonna have to stay here pretty much. I don't really have any hours left when I got here. I was down to like a half-hour of drive time anyway, so there's not much I could do. Got checked in. They got me a door pretty quick, and I started loading pretty quick, and then they stopped loading pretty quick, and I've just been sitting here. It's been a day of... It seemed like it's been long, and I haven't really been... it seems like kind of a wasted day because I drove so much of it trying to finish the previous day's load, and now I'm not going to get to start on this one until tomorrow. It's kind of a waste, but it's pretty much just driven and stayed busy all day. I haven't had much I could really even tell you about. I was hoping to get out of here quick and go find somewhere interesting to park and go do some walkabouts or something like that. There's not much. probably not going to be a very long video. Not going to be a lot of interest on it. But it's just another day in the life of a truck driver. What more can I say about it? Once they get me done loading, I'll tell you a little bit about the load. Seems like it might be a little bit better load than I thought it was going to be. So, just an update. We were there. Now we're here. Been here. Probably going to stay here for a little while. Probably going to stay here till tomorrow. But once I get my paperwork, get moved around to a parking space, take care of the puppers and everything, I'll hop back on. Tell you a little bit more about the load. See if I can think up some real good music to send your way. We'll get back at you here in just a bit. So, here I is. I'm back. I'm still here, but I'm back. They finished loading me. I just moved around to the other side of the building and parked because I can't leave. I'm here. I'm going to get a few hours of sleep. I got to get up really, really, really early. I'm running as full of a day tomorrow as I can, and then reevaluate the 34-hour reset situation. Not where I wanted to stay, but it's a place to stay. Nice and safe. Fairly quiet. They had just enough grass for me to get Dash out and do his thing. I was hoping to get him out and had to take a pretty good long walk with him this evening, but not even sure I'm supposed to have him at this place, but it is what it is. We're doing what we can with what has been presented. I told you I was going to tell you about the load. We've already established that it is going to Salt Lake City. Not super crazy about that, but one minor tiny win in all this. It ended up being a load of brand new empty printed Arizona iced tea cans going to a bottling facility. So it's stacked from nose to tail, floor to ceiling, weighs 62, just short of 6,300 pounds. So I'm essentially going to get to run this trip like I'm empty. I needed that little win. I can't win any other way, it seems, but there's that. I will take that all day. Not going where I want to. In a situation with my hours, but that is a definite win. I'm not dragging 40,000 pounds across the country to Salt Lake City. So I'll take that win. I'll take that win. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm fussing. It's just I'm waiting. One of these days I'm going to have a full entire good day and maybe get two back to back. I keep waiting on that. Fingers are still crossed. I'll get there eventually. It just gets, I'll talk about it on several of the videos. It's just the tiring life of a truck driver. It's, you know, in a rough economy, rates are weird. Everything on earth that we have to drive by, eat, sleep in, live in, everything is so expensive right now. And it's a struggle. It gets frustrating. And I talk about it on here. I vent. Some people take it as whining or crying, but it's not. It's just truly a place to vent. It helps get it out and keep me from stewing on it, you know, completely any worse than I already do. So, I appreciate you all being my ears, taking a listen to what I've got to say. Those of you that make it all the way through these videos, I do appreciate it. Thanks for letting me air my grievances and concerns with you. It's like Festivus on Seinfeld. I'm having the airing of the grievances here. Anyways, not much to tell other than that. I microwaved me some food, made Dash a pup cup. He had his dinner. We're just chilling for a few more minutes before I don't even know if I can make myself go to sleep while the sun's still out here. We'll see what we can do. But what else? Music. Not going to do an album, but I'll do a band. Relatively new band from the last, I mean, they're not brand new, but relatively new speaking from the last several years. Australian punk rock with a female front. I love everything about it. I love the sound. I love the pace of the music. I love the beats. I love the rhythms. I love the attitude. I love the vocals, the bass, the drums, the guitars, everything about it. It's a band called Amyl and The Sniffers. A-M-Y-L, maybe A-M-Y-L-L, I'm not sure, but Amyl and The Sniffers. really cool stuff. I can throw on their whole catalog on there. And it doesn't take an incredible lot of time to listen to because, again, they're relatively new. And not a lot of their songs are real long, so you can digest a lot of their stuff in a short amount of time. And if you are a punk rock guy or gal, I highly, highly suggest pulling them up. Amyl and The Sniffers. A-M-Y-L. Possibly two L's, but definitely one L. A-M-Y-L. Amyl and The Sniffers. Check them out. I don't think you'll regret it. If you like good, fun, fast-paced, punk rock, it's and it's not like, I don't know, it's not like hardcore punk. It's like good, catchy, just grooving, good punk. I think anybody should be able to appreciate it, and it's got a completely different attitude with the female front going there, and it's just, I love it. Can't get enough of it. I suggest you take a listen too. Other than that, eat your Wheaties and do your exercises and have positive thoughts. I don't know. Trying to throw out some more advice. I don't know. I need to listen to that myself. I'm going to do my little exercises here in a minute. I'm going to get my elastic bands out. I got some of the heavy duty ones there. I got two of them together. Trying to make these guns, trying to make that arm worthy of having Lemmy on it. Yeah. We're going to do our little exercises. Got to stay somewhat active out here, whatever way you can. And that's something I can do in the truck when I don't have a place to go walk or anything like that. I can do that, do a couple of sets of that stuff in the truck. I encourage everybody to do something simple like that. It's as basic as you can get. Takes up no room. Nice little workouts if you do them right. That's all my wisdom for the evening, I think. It's not much of a video today, but it was just one of those get up and grind days. They can't all be going to the Iowa 80 days. Maybe we'll get another one of those this week somewhere, somehow. I don't know. It's going to be tight running. I'm 34. I'm not really even going to get to take it at a prime, like started at a prime part of the day like I'd like to. But we're going to get it done. We're going to get all this done. We're going to have to deliver the load later than what they've got it scheduled, but it's out of my hands. I tried to express that I was not sure that I'd be able to do the load with the hours I've got right now when they were trying to put this one on me to book it. I understand why they wanted me to take it, but sometimes you kind of got to listen to the driver. I was trying to get to my delivery and wasn't in a position to stop and fully analyze the situation. I just knew that it would either be tight or not doable at all without taking a 34, and I knew the 34 would put it very tight on even being able to make the delivery on time or anywhere as close to it. And when I finally got somewhere where I could stop and figure up all the math, my instincts were correct, and I brought it up, and we still ended up on this load. I could have outright said no if I wanted to. I can. I don't. It's I can say no to anything they present me with, but there wasn't a lot else that was even remotely favorable happening, and like I said, I got lucky with this only being a little over 6,000 pounds too, so I've got that win. But yeah, it's just going to be a lot more hectic and a lot more tight than it should have been, and it showed that I do know what I'm talking about sometimes. I keep up with what I'm doing, and I'm good at what I do for the most part, and sometimes you got to listen to the driver. We occasionally do know our own situation sometimes, as ignorant as people think we are. There's a lot of stuff we got to keep up with and a lot of stuff we've got to know, and I tend to keep up with my own situation fairly well, and I was on point that time, but hey, what can you say? It is what it is. I'll still get paid either way. But that being said, it's time to get those exercises done, get the teeth polished up, get me cleaned up, in the bed for a few hours, I guess. Finish watching this episode of Three's Company I've got on mute over here. Gave you some music, gave you a little wisdom. That's about all I've got for the day. We're gonna bow out gracefully here. Maybe I'll get Dash on camera tomorrow. Y'all need to see him. You haven't seen him in a few days. But until then, in the morning, crazy super early. I bid thee a farewell. Have a good night, morning, afternoon, whatever it is where you're at the moment you're watching this. Get in the comments, talk to me, let me know you're there, and I'll see you in a few hours. Bye-bye.